couple of current events, very obvious ones actually, the first one at least. This is actually a 2-day-old headline, but it's gotten more clear to us what's happened since then. Like a little war, snipers shoot 11 police officers during Dallas protest march, killing 5. And I'm sure that all of us have heard all about that by now, and it turns out it was really only one shooter, and it's a kind of an overflow of the racial tensions that are back with us again, and it's so unnecessary. But I think, and a couple of us were chatting about this before it began today, it's because the devil is fighting spiritual warfare ever since the Garden of Eden to the present time, and it will be all the way to the end of his stay on earth, and even after he's thrown into the bottomless pit. He's fighting a war against God, and the easiest thing for him to do is to get one ethnic group against another. So when Jesus said in the Olivet Discourse that nation will rise against nation, the word nations there is ethnos in the Greek language. And so most nations in history have been ethnically, pretty solid or something like that. So the nations would fight each other. There are different ethnic people. And race wars in a country like ours, it just seems, if it weren't for the devil, I'm sure that this would have been solved. If it even existed, it would have been solved with the Civil War, right? But then, many of us can remember, us older ones, the civil rights movement here in our country, and how it came back again. And I was surprised about that, because I went to school where there was, really tolerance in our high school years, and respect for one another, and then for it to get bad again. And after the civil rights movement was over and we made some more advances in civility and common sense and so on, it's just unbelievable that it could be getting this bad again, except for spiritual warfare. I think that has to be the answer. The pendulum is always swinging. If the war doesn't come back right away, things will get better in that regard, but somewhere along the line, the devil will bring it up again.
I was going to mention a newscaster was interviewing a man in Dallas, and this person, Marilyn, heard it with me, and this man was saying, we just have to love. We just have to get back to love. We have to love one another. And I thought, he's got to say Jesus is, and I said, Marilyn, he stopped too soon. He said, we've just got to love. No, Jesus is love. And until we understand that, but 1950 they stopped it. Got to get Jesus out of the schools. Can't pray anymore. How's this working for you, friends?
Yeah, where are you going to get that kind of love if you don't hear about Jesus?